These are my thoughts on Miss Ice Spice, or Cold Condiment, if you will. Yeah, I'm not funny, but that's fine. These are just my thoughts, so take it how you will. Don't know how to intro this, don't know if I'm... My stage name, rapping wise, is July, even though the channel name's Illusion. Either way, it's for music.
Motherfucking bars, nigga!
But I think that I want to get the first thing out of the way. Because niggas are saying, like, oh, she's the industry plant. The industry plant. I don't think she's an industry plant as well. I think that, she blew up. I think she just blew up. And I think the reason why she blew up partially because it's the untapped market. And I get that there may be other female drill rappers, but I'm unaware. We're talking about in mainstream, right? Because in mainstream for the longest, think about how it was for like female artists in terms of hip hop for the longest, right? Let's go like early 2000s, right? Early 2000s, we had Lil Mama on the lower end, but we had Missy, we had MC Light, Queen Latifah already converted to acting. Foxy, I think Foxy kind of got his stride like around that time. Lil Kim was still very relevant. So I know Little Mama. I know the Brat. The Brat was popular, but she like wasn't like the biggest thing. But I'm not gonna. No, never mind. I'm not gonna do that to the Brat. The Brat deserves a lot more respect than what she gets. Yo, Google need to do some better shit. Hold on, cause this is disrespectful. Okay, cause they have for like I just looked up female rappers 2000. I know this is tangent and shit, but female rappers 2000. They have Lil Kim, makes sense. Lauryn Hill, I get it. Kelly Mays, I don't know who that is. Estelle. Isn't Estelle a whole singer? And then they have Mary J. Blige, and I'm super confused. Estelle is a whole singer. I respect that. Like she may have done some rapping in her day. And Mary J. like Queen of R&B Soul. So I'm just curious as to what the fuck they're even talking about here. Damn it! Why couldn't I think of her? We had back in the early 2000s, right? We had female MCs like Raw Digga, of course. I already said Lil Kim. Eve, I'm so dumb. How did I forget? Because Eve was that girl. Foxy Brown, like I said, Foxy Brown's really get catching a stride. Then Trina, that's right. Damn, how did I forget the baddest bitch in the world? Trina. Remy was out during that time, wasn't she? MIA had like a hit, and then she did. That was it. Jean Grey is more so underground than anything, so that's the reason why I didn't like necessarily say her. I'm talking about like in mainstream. And then we get to the late 2000s, and we just have Nicki. My whole point is we came from having a few different different email artists. Wow, crazy. Pre-F and Mecca. That's fuck that nigga. Artificial intelligence, nigga. Anyway, again, so I'm not talking on my ass. I'm glad I even looked this up. But again, we like, let's say like in the early 2000s, right? We had more prominent female artists, like multiple. Let's just say leaving out of the late 90s into the early 2000s, right? You get to the mid 2000s, again we have Remy coming out, Eve still doing her shit with Rough Riders, and then towards the end of the 2000s, we get Nicki Minaj. And then for the next decade, it feels like damn near we just get Nicki Minaj. Yeah, there's been other female artists that came up every now and again to come in there, get a little buzz, get a hit, and then we never hear from them again. And if you're wondering who these people are, just look up every female artist that Nicki has gone against in the BET Hip Hop Awards from 2010 to about 2015, 2016. Matter of fact, I know this is supposed to be about Ice Spice's tangent here, but this is just how my mind works. I just want to go down the list. I'm not going to hold y'all. I forgot about Shauna. Only reason, and it's weird, because personally, the only reason why I knew Shauna was from the Def Jam Fight for New York game. MIA won 2009, a female hip-hop artist with BET. That's crazy. So the first year, she had some competition. She had Lil Kim, because Lil Kim came back, I think it was Black Friday. She had Rashida and Trina. Then 2011 is when it starts. And holy fuck, does it start. Symphonique. If y'all grew up in the like 2000s, y'all remember Symphonique. She had it was that summer, that was it. Diamond, I don't remember her. Lola Monroe, don't even know who that is. Brianna Perry, I do recognize that name. Diamond, again, Don't remember her. Trina, of course we know Trina. Then 2013, Azalea Banks. Eve again? Really? Did Eve come out then? Shit. Rashida again. Rai. I don't know who the fuck Rai is. Oh my gosh, yo, Angel Hayes. I forgot all about Angel Hayes. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who forgot about Angel Hayes? The last time I remember seeing Angel Hayes do on anything was Wildin' Out. That's crazy. Charlie Baltimore. Don't know who that is. Eve, that girl. Okay. Iggy. That's right. 2015, Azalea Banks again. Dej Loaf. Iggy again. Tink, Trina. Okay, so some of the names are prominent, but it's like there are quite a few that had that hot summer and then proceeded to get wiped off the face of the earth. That's my point. Okay, so yeah, I got my timeline right. It's about like, it wasn't even 09. It was like 2010 to 2016. She had just had a dominant reign over women MCs, right? When it comes to like popularity and shit. Because there's other people who came up, did good, but then proceeded to not have shit else after that. So then we have that era of Nicki for the longest, right? Of Nicki being the most prominent mainstream artist. Then we finally get to a Cardi B being right there, like starting to blow up alongside Nicki, being at the top on the fucking throne. Cause like when she came out with Queen, like if you was talking 2010 and 2016, nigga, there's nobody touching her shit. Then we get to, I don't know how this got to a little mini history lesson about like women MCs, but either way, I'm sure y'all grew up with me, y'all already know this shit. But still, you have all these female MCs who are amazing in their own right, but didn't get to the same prominence that Nicki did. Then we have Cardi B. Then we start seeing more, like now they're trying to put Cardi B against Nicki. And then now we have Meg Thee Stallion come in, and Meg Thee Stallion is now existing alongside Cardi B, even though Nicki Minaj just kind of took the back seat and said and allowed them to go ahead and flourish. These two deal more so in the realm of traditional rap. I haven't heard or seen anybody that's really dealt with like drill rap like in mainstream media. Now we get to 2022. Most prominent female MCs: Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B. If you want to count Doja Cat, then you can count Doja Cat. That's fine. Again, and to the other female MCs I listed, it's not that like they didn't have a prominent dominant time, but it was just like a summer or two, and that's it. But Nicki was still there. Nicki was still like the queen on top of all the shit when it comes to mainstream popularity. There was nobody else alongside her. The point that I was trying to make is that for like the longest, there's been an untapped market in other aspects and other areas for people to blow up in when it comes to other forms of rap. Drill's making this shit, right? And then now we have somebody who's blowing up in the female drill scene. That's all. I was saying that long bullshit just to say that little bit of shit. She's in an untapped market that nobody's into right now when it comes in terms of mainstream. I don't know who else is really doing that drill shit on like a hardcore level, been really in this shit for a long time, or like really makes like you know like I know it's a weird way to describe it. In any case, again, it's an untapped market. So then from there, I decided to listen to Ice Spice, right? And I noticed something. Her cadence is there. She's able to flow on the beat. She's able to keep that flow that's usually associated with a drill track, outside of the beat insinuating it's a drill track. She also did something that one of my OGs mentioned to me that I saw as soon as I peeped.
Huh?
Like, you know, she came up with Munch. And if you can read between the lines, you can read the room. So with her coming out with that, I noticed that her flow matched the drill beat. But outside of that, I noticed there was no personality there. Like, I get what she's saying and so on and so forth. And yeah, sorry, I got cut off. But essentially what I was trying to say, I listened to 2 of her other songs as well. I'm not saying she has to be completely bombastic like a fucking Busta Rhymes. She's like, rah, rah. No, you don't have to do that. At the same time, Future is iconic for his, like, sleepier delivery. What does set you apart from anybody else that would come up and then be able to essentially do what you do, but better? Be able to come up with a viral hit. You come up with a moment. What if somebody else comes along and creates a moment, but also creates a personality along with that moment, that music, something that they can connect to, something that they can relate to, something they latch onto? Because at the end of the day, I can definitely tell that you're new. I can tell that you're fresh She said in the interview that she just started rapping last year, and I can tell. And I get that I'm not very accomplished when it comes to, like, you know, music accolades and all that shit. I can hear a person's personality when they're doing music. I can hear this. I can hear that little intricacy. I can hear that part of them in their music and how they spit. If they've been doing it, they understand themselves, or like they've been doing it to the point where they can understand where they're trying to go with it. She just followed the baseline, the bare minimum. No, in terms of personality, no offense, but there's nothing really there that separates her from anybody else that could rap on a Joe beat that happens to look good. I'm sorry. That's just more so what I feel. Not to diss her, but at the same time, I feel as though there's potential there to be able to grow into something and blossom into something. You know, for somebody who's been rapping half their life, I understand that you have a cadence. You have something that's natural to you. You have something that has you in it to bring you out of it. You know, like if I was to freestyle some shit, you could hear bits and pieces of me. You can hear shit that's unique to me, even if I may follow along like the traditional cadence. You can still hear shit from me that's interesting or weird, or whether I try to over enunciate, or whether or not I have a slight draw, or whether or not I say a certain word weird. You can hear that shit, especially if you've been rapping long enough. Like, some shit like that just comes out. And I'm trying to beat a dead horse by saying this shit again. I feel as though there's potential there. She can grow, she can manifest into this personality, but if she doesn't, and she just maintains this same thing, and again, I was saying I listened to 2 other songs. One was Lock Love, No Love, or some shit like that, and the other one was like No Clarity. One of them was the one where she said, we both from the Bronx, so we dirty. A nuts line. That's a crazy ass line. Anyway, like 3 of the songs I listened to, it is the same thing. Drill beats, but like she has the same flow and cadence, and I don't really hear anything distinct from her. She has the potential to grow and to build and to do something else, but at the same time, that's not really present at the moment. Not to compare to XXX and Tatiana, but a viral moment can make a lot of shit shake, right? Granted, X had quite a few songs that were like viral, but at the end of the day, he allowed his shit to be able to start from there, but he was able to build and grow into an artist. Because just like X, Ice Spice's songs have been under 2 minutes. None breaking a 2 minute, let alone 3 minute barrier. But at the same time, that's the reason why I said there's potential there. Diversify herself in a way that's still true to her, but in a way that expands her artistry, who she is as an artist. Because again, I've been rapping half my life. You know, nigga said bars before, okay? I can tell the difference between a motherfucker saying shit on a beat and a motherfucker rapping. Yes, there is a difference. She can use this moment to either get bigger, to just get a bag, or she can use this moment and just be, you know, washed out by the next viral female drill rapper with much more of a personality and a lot more to actually give. No offense, right now, the way she raps is the baseline. And I want to see if it grows, if it stagnates, or if it goes back down. I hope the best for her. Hope the best, you know, does what she does. To anybody who's talking about her being flued out by Drake, nigga, we know why she get flued out. Don't act fucking stupid. In case there was a comment or two about, oh yeah, what about, even though nobody's gonna see this shit, so we're gonna talk about comments. But in any case, for motherfuckers that's gonna think about, oh yeah, what about shit, nigga, I'm sorry, individual, we all understand why she's getting flued out by Drizzy Drake. Champagne Posse. Yo, if he called his fucking clique Champagne Posse, that's hilarious. Holy fuck. Anyway, Champagne Poppy. You know, Mr. Your existence is a light one. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm throwing that shit in there. Either way, it's funny. That's why I'm throwing it in there. Duh. Anyway, she has the ability to grow and do whatever, and I want everybody to win. I mean, it comes out she's a horrible person. I'm like, fuck that. But she's done nothing wrong so far. So, you know, hopefully she grows and develops. That's all I'm saying. There's potential, and honestly, that's all really I got to say. So I'll catch y'all on the flippy flop.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Yeah, freestyles and shit I got on this channel and whatnot. Nigga, just watch some other shit. I don't fucking know. You made it to the end of the video, so might as well like. If you made it to the end, just say July. Spell it Julii so niggas know. Why they spelling July wrong? Like, no, nigga. You wasn't in on. You didn't put in on this, man. You didn't watch this shit. You wasn't here during the birth. You wasn't here during the inception. The conception of my perception.
That's called motherfucker.
Anyway. Illusion. July. Ice Spice. Forever.